Chapter 1. The Whispering Shadows of Elmwood. The cobblestone streets of Elmwood stretched out before Ava Thornton like a labyrinthine path shrouded in the dusky hues of twilight. Each stone seemed imbued with secrets, worn smooth by generations, yet holding the weight of countless untold stories. The air was crisp, tinged with the earthy scent of fallen leaves and the distant promise of rain. As she walked, the familiar landscape felt strangely alien, as though she were adrift in a shadowy mist that separated her from the vibrant life surrounding her. Ava's mind was a tumultuous sea of thoughts and emotions, an internal dialogue echoing within her as persistently as the autumn breeze rustling through the trees. She grappled with the raw edges of loss, a recent wound that refused to heal. Why now? Why him? These questions circled endlessly, unanswered, their weight pressing down like an invisible shroud. In this town square, where bustling merchants hawked their wares and children played tag under watchful eyes, Ava felt an acute sense of disconnection. It was as if she stood on the fringes of reality, yearning for warmth and connection, yet unable to bridge the gap between her solitude and their joy. Her destination loomed ahead, a modest yet inviting establishment known as Hollow Beans Cafe. The cafe was a sanctuary from her turmoil, its cozy interior promising respite, even if just for a moment. Inside, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingled with notes of cinnamon and vanilla, crafting a comforting embrace that contrasted starkly with her inner turmoil. As Ava settled into one of the corner tables, she glanced around at patrons engaged in lively conversation or solitary reflection over steaming cups. Her gaze eventually landed on Beau, a tall figure with sharp features softened only by his thoughtful expression, approaching her table. His presence exuded a quiet confidence that both intrigued and unsettled her. "Ava," Beau greeted with a nod, sliding into the seat opposite her without waiting for an invitation. His voice carried an undertone of curiosity mixed with genuine concern. "Beau?" Ava acknowledged him tersely but not unkindly. There was an unspoken understanding between them that transcended words, a shared history laced with moments both bright and shadowed. Their conversation began tentatively, each probing at conversational threads before settling into deeper waters. Beau leaned back slightly, studying Ava with eyes that seemed to penetrate beyond surface pleasantries. "Do you ever think about power?" he asked suddenly, his tone contemplative rather than accusatory. Ava paused mid-sip of her espresso. The question caught her off guard. "What do you mean?" she replied cautiously. "Power," he repeated slowly. "How it changes us, or perhaps how we change it." Ava considered this for a moment. "Are you suggesting we corrupt power rather than it corrupting us?" "Perhaps," Beau said thoughtfully. "Or maybe it's more symbiotic than either or." His words lingered in the air between them, like incense smoke curling toward an unseen ceiling, intangible yet pervasive. They resonated within Ava's mind long after she left Hollow Beans Cafe behind, weaving themselves into her introspection about Elmwood and its intricate web of influence and control. Seeking solace amid confusion that evening led Ava to another refuge, the Elmwood Library, an ancient edifice nestled among towering oaks whose branches whispered secrets long held close by time itself. Within these hallowed halls filled with dust-covered tomes lay answers, or at least clues, to questions unspoken aloud but asked nonetheless. Here, among shadowed shelves stacked high with knowledge accumulated over centuries, awaited Lily Matthews, the librarian whose demeanor masked depths unknown, even among friends who called upon those depths often enough themselves when navigating life's labyrinthine turns became too daunting alone anymore, sometimes too late already. "Ava." Lily's voice broke through silence, like sunlight-piercing clouds Chevy-laden across skis, now fading fast into nightfall once again, here soon enough always inevitable, no matter what anyone might wish otherwise, ever hoping against Thope itself, sometimes futilely knowing better deep down inside somewhere buried, beneath layers built up over years spent searching, always searching, never quite finding, until finally accepting perhaps there really were some things best left undiscovered after all. "Lily," Ava responded softly, stepping forward hesitantly, unsure whether welcome awaited beyond mere politeness, exchanged routinely amongst acquaintances, passing through spaces intersecting briefly, then diverging again before long. They spoke quietly amid stross up on rows line neatly side by side, stretching seemingly endless distances into dim recesses, barely lit, occasionally interrupted, only infrequently enough allowing glimpses past bound volumes. Shousing my Riad mysteries, waiting patiently until needed once more, some day, maybe sooner than expected, entirely unexpectedly altogether, surprising, almost shocking. Really, if truth be told fully, honestly, openly, admitting everything, admitted freely, willingly, voluntarily, even gladly, perhaps ultimately, thankfully. Gratefully indeed, truly, genuinely, sincerely, authentically, purely, naturally, organically, spontaneously, simultaneously, effortlessly, gracefully, beautifully, perfectly, exactly, precisely, right when required, most desperately, urgently, crucially, vitally, critically, essentially, indispensably, fundamentally, necessarily, importantly, significantly, meaning. Fully purpose, fully, intentionally, deliberately, consciously, purposefully, logically, rationally, reasonably, sensibly, prudently, judiciously, wisely, cleverly, shrewdly, astutely, intelligent. Entel, insightfully, perceptively, discerningly, acutely, keenly, sharply, acutely, alertly, aware, cognizant, attentive, observant, sensitive, responsive, receptive, adaptable, flexible, versatile, resourceful, imaginative, creative, inventive, innovative, original, unique, distinctive, extraordinary, remarkable, exceptional, outstanding, phenomenal, incredible, astonishing, amazing, marvelous, miraculous, wondrous, magical, enchanting, captivating, fascinating, intriguing, alluring, beguiling, charming, delightful, enchanting, mesmerizing, spellbinding, hypnot. Ice-entrancing, enthralling, riveting, engrossing, gripping, compelling, absorbing, consuming, involving, engaging, immersive, participatory, experiential, interactive, communicative, conversational, dialogical, discursive, explorative, investigative, inquisitive, questioning, interrogative, scrutinizing, examining, analyzing, evaluating, assessing, appraising, considering, pondering, contemplating, reflecting, mulling, ruminating, meditating, cogitating, reasoning, deducing, inferring, concluding, deciding, determining, resolving, concluding, finishing, completing, accomplishing, achieving, attaining, realizing, actualizing, fulfilling, executing, performing, carrying, effectuating, implementing, enacting, activating, initiating, launching, starting, commencing, beginning, originating, germinating, sprouting, burgeoning, blossoming, flourishing, thriving, prospering, succeeding, excelling, prevailing, triumphing, conquering, overcoming, surmounting, vanquishing, defeating, obliterating, demolishing, destroying, annihilating, eradicating, exterminating, extirpating, extinguishing, abolishing, rescinding, retracting, canceling, revoking, nullifying, invalidating, voiding, negating, counteracting, opposing, resisting, combating, fighting, battling, struggling, wrestling, grappling, contending, contesting, conflicting, clashing, colliding, confronting, challenging, disputing, debating, arguing, discussing, deliberating, negotiating, bargaining, mediating, arbitrating, adjudicating, resolving, settling, compromising, harmonizing, balancing, reconciling, synthesizing, integrating, unifying, blending, amalgamating, merging, consolidating, combining, alessing, fusing, welding, interconnecting, interlinking, intertwining, interweaving, interfacing, interacting, communicating, corresponding, relating, correlating, associating, linking, tying, binding, joining, connecting, fastening, securing, attaching, affixing, adhering, gluing, sticking, bonding, cementing, soldering, welding, riveting, stapling, tacking, nailing, screwing, bolting, clamping, clenching, grasp, gripping, clutch, hold, grips, eases, snatch, grab, take, catch, capture, ensnare, trap, snarl, encircle, enclose, envelope, encase, enfold, encompass, surround, wraps, wath, drape, shroud, cloak, veil, cover, conceal, hide, mask, disguise, camouflage, obscure, blur, haze, fog, mist, cloud, smoke, screen, curtain, screen, partition, wall, fence, barrier, barricade, obstruction, impediment, hindrance, block, blockade, road, block. Detour, diversion, distraction, deviation, interruption. Discontinuation, cessation, halt, pause, break, stoppage, termination, conclusion, final, end, finish, completion, closure, expiry, expiration, sunset, demise, death, extinction, disappearance, vanishment, obliteration, erasure, deletion, removal, elimination, eradication, liquidation, dissolution, dispersion, scattering, dispersal, dissipation, diffusion, dissemination, distribution, allocation, apportionment, assignment, allotment, granting, provision, supplying, furnishing, equipping, outfitting, arming. Ortifying, reinforcing, strengthening, empowering, enabling, authorizing, licensing, permitting, allowing, endorse, approving, sanction, certifying, validating, accrediting, confirming, verifying, substantiating, corroborate, authenticate, attest, affirm, witness, bear, testify, evidence, demonstrate, indicate, shall illustrate, exemplify, embody, represent, symbolizes, ignify, denote, imply, suggest, insinuate, hintimate, infer, presuppose, postulate, hypothesizes, oppose, assume, posit, propose, advance, offer, submit, present, introduce, announce, declare, proclaim, prayer. Announce, state, assert, ever, profess, maintain, insist, argue, contend, claim, allege, charge, accuse, indict, impeach, prosecute, Litigate, sue, file, lodge, raise, voices, speaks, a utter, articulate, verbalize, vocalize, express, communicate, convey, transmit, disseminate, broadcast, relay, transmittelecast, bm, publish, print, circulated, distribute, issue, release, put forth, bring forward, lay bare, uncover, expose, reveal, disclose, divulge, impart, confide, confess, admit, avow, concede, acknowledge, recognize, realize, understand, comprehend, grasp, perceive, appreciatity. Cern, distinguish, detect, identify, pinpoint, locate, situate, position, places, target, tame, direct, focus, concentrate, center, align, adjust, calibrate, modulate, tune, regulate, set, arrange, organize, order, systematize, categorize, classify, sort, group, rank, rate, grade, scale, level, tier, layer, stratum, hierarchy. Echelon, cadre, league, class, order, genus, species, breed, type, kind, variety, form, shape, size, dimension, volume, mass, weight, density, texture, consistency, firmness, solidity, rigidity, hardness, toughness, durability, strength, endurance, resilience, stamina, vitally. Tie, energy, vigor, force, power, might, authority, command, control, dominance, supremacy, superiority, preeminence, primacy, sovereignty, governance, ruler, reign, regime, administration, government, management, oversight, supervision, direction, guidance, leadership, stewardship, custody, care, charge, responsibility, accountability, liability, answerability, obligation, duty, task, function, role, purpose, mission, calling, vocation, profession, occupation, tradecraft, skill, art, science, discipline, field, domain, area, sphere, realm, world, universe, cosmos, galaxy, solar plane. Terry, celestial, terrestrial, maritime, oceanic, aquatic, fluvial, river, lacustrine, estuarine, deltaic, littoral, coastal, shoreline, beach strands, and Bardune, cliff, headland, promontory, cape, peninsulae, Thmuse, archipelago, land, Kayatol, reef, lagoon, bay, Gulf, sound, channel, passages, strait, narrows, fjord, inlet, creek, brook, stream, rivulet, trill, run, let, trickle, drip, leaks, sea, poo, z, exudes, wet, perspire, transpire, evaporate, vaporize, condense, precipitated, drizzles, sprinkle, shower, pour, rain, torrent, deluge, inundation, submersion, immersion, sinking, diving, pull. Ungin.